when it
It's
started
been a
this.
while. It's been a while since you fought in Mexico. What's the feeling like to be back?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to come back here, put on a good show for the Mexican fans. I was a part of the first two events the UFC ever had out here way back in the day, 10 years ago, which is crazy to say, you know. Time goes by so quick, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be here, and you know, it's quite a difference from the last time to this time. You know, now we have the Performance Institute, and I laugh about it because I remember we were up in the mountains throwing watermelons and lifting rocks as exercises, and now we have the Performance Institute, and it's just a world of a difference to prepare for Mexico City.
Yeah, the first time you came out here was like 10 years ago in terms of like fighting, and so much has changed. And the UFC really used you promotionally to kind of break through the market when they were first having events out here. So what's it like to see the Performance Institute, to see all these like Mexican fighters on the card as well? I mean, you've witnessed the evolution of the sport here.
Yeah, it's been a crazy evolution of the sport. I remember when they first had the development program, even back in 2013, 2014, and they had guys like Brandon Moreno on there, Yair Rodriguez, Alexa Grasso, and now you see these guys are UFC champions, and it's pretty incredible to witness the, you know, just how much the sport has changed in this country.
Yeah, and we see you back at 185. You were adamant about returning to 170. You had a couple fights there, but in your last one, you know, there was some like weight issues. Is 170 done? Can we say that like 185 is going to be your home from now?
Yeah. 185 is my home, and you know what? I feel good about it. This is where I've had the best moments of my career, and this is where I'm staying. So I feel good here. I feel happy, and I feel strong. I put in a lot of muscle to be able to compete with these big guys. And you know, before when I was competing in middleweight, I was undecided whether I was going to stay or not. And you know, I even went back down to welterweight. But you know, what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say.
About your weight change, your divisional change?
Yeah, no. So I was when I was fighting for the title, I just stayed at middleweight because I was doing well, right? I was winning fights. I fought for the title, so I stayed at middleweight. Where now I feel like, okay, this is my actual home. I feel good here, and I'm ready to put on a good show against some of the best fighters in the world. And I'm not undecided. I'm 100% sure that this is where I'm staying.
Yeah. And do you like the Joe Pyfer matchup?
At first, I was a little bothered by the matchup just because he's not someone that I was looking for in a fight. And he was not on my radar. I wanted someone ranked. I wanted someone with a bigger name. But you know what? I also feel like this is a big test for me. I got to start from the bottom again, and I got to fight these young killers. And that's what I'm here to do, man. This is a new chapter in my life, a new chapter in my career, and you know, I gotta build my way back up to the rankings, and it starts with Joe Pyfer.
Did you come out here earlier, or did you do any special preparations to make sure you were accustomed to the altitude here?
I've been here 1 month. I brought my whole team out here. We've been out here a whole month, and we've been training out in elevation, running out in El Elevado de Toluca, which is like 15,000 feet in elevation. So we've been doing runs out there, training out there, and so we've been doing our best to make sure we're acclimated.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's going to be a difference also, like you're known for your cardio and your pressure? Do you feel like, given the altitude, your style, you could be a fight where you could break down Joe Pyfer?
Absolutely. You know, we plan on using that as a weapon. We know that he came out here only a week ago, and I don't think that's going to be enough. If anybody remembers the Cain Velasquez and Fabricio Verdum situation that happened, and I feel like it could be similar.
Yeah, so I'm assuming pressure from the start?
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And lastly, one of the greatest middleweight fights that we've seen in the history of the sport was you and Adesanya. Adesanya, you know, has lost his title and was unable to gain it again, but it looks like he wants to continue fighting. Would running it back and doing a rematch, given the history between you two and how great that fight was, and now that you're at 185, is that something that interests you and do you think is a possibility?
I don't know. It's not something that was in my radar, but if it ends up happening and the stars align for it to happen, I don't see why not. But as far as wanting as it being in my radar, it was not. You know, Izzy and I have always been very cordial. After the fight, he's been nothing but respectful towards me, so I feel no ill will towards him. But if for whatever reason the stars align to where we're matched up again, then we'd have to consider it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kel, por acá, muy buenas tardes.
Rodrigo.